Hi, and welcome to another video by Jimthecarguy. Today we have a 2013, it's a Mini Cooper. The problem we have is that the customer was driving the vehicle the other night and the check engine light lit up while they were driving, and they felt a shake in the engine when they accelerated. Today they bring the car in, we're going to scan it, we're going to see what's going on, and hopefully we're going to be able to duplicate the problem. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it for a test drive to see what it feels like. Okay, took the car for a drive. Check engine light is not on, and that shake is not there any longer. So let's grab our scan tool, let's put it on there, and let's see what shows up. Okay, we have a misfire in cylinder number 4. Exactly what it says. It says cylinder number 4. Not currently detected. The misfire is not currently detected on number 4. It is actually okay, it's actually not misfiring right now. The check engine light is not on. So we're going to go back. We're going to go into the data stream, and we're going to see what we can see on the data stream. We're going to go to the misfire counter. We can actually watch to see if there's any misfire taking place on that cylinder, because it's not happening at this time. So, all right, let's go underneath the hood. Let's take a look at the coils up front to make sure there's no issues, and then we're going to continue from there. Leave the car running, just so you know. So come on up front. Let's take a look at those coils. Okay, your ignition coils are actually down here underneath this cover, so we're going to need to take out this Torx bit and this one here, and then we pop these little clips right here up, like that. There should be 4 of them there. We're going to pop that up, and we're going to take that cover off. So, all right, let's continue. Okay, well, the problem is not there at this time, which makes it a little bit difficult to pinpoint what it is. I have a feeling it's going to be a bad ignition coil. So let me just call the customer, run it by her. We have 2 choices here what we can do. 1, we can change the coil, or 2, we can rotate the coil on number 4 cylinder to a different location, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, and then let the customer take the car and drive it. If the misfire travels from cylinder number 4 to whatever cylinder you put it in, so we'll say 3 for instance. If you rotate that coil to number 3, and now that misfire travels and it comes back tomorrow or the next day with a misfire in the number 3 cylinder, then we know absolutely positively that the coil is no good. But let me call up and get a price on the coil, and then I'm going to call the customer. I'm going to tell the customer what's going on, and we'll see what they want to do. Okay, just wanted to point this out to you. I always check to see what's on the what's TSB's technical service bulletins regarding any car, and this is what I came up with on this particular one. The check engine light is on, misfire code is stored, intermittent performance or rough running without any relevant failure stored. Most likely cause the ignition coil has failed, which in many yeah, all right. So basically what it's saying is that there's a problem with the ignition coil. High temperature, that's not the case. High temperature, because it was only actually like 55 or 60 yesterday. Determine the method of it. Okay, it says basically what it's saying is that the coils break down and deteriorate, leading to a failure or an intermittent failure. All right, let me make a phone call to the customer, and we'll see what they want to do. So this is the coil here that we're going to be replacing. The way we're going to do that is this piece up here just lifts up, just like that, and you unplug your plug from the coil. Now we know number 4 coil is over here because it always starts number 1, 2, 3, and 4. The front of the engine considered number 1 cylinder, all right, and this one is number 4. Now, these coils come out a little bit differently than the standard coil does. These just push. Sorry about that, it's a truck passing by. These just push right in. There's no screws holding them down. So you need to get underneath here with a small little pry bar or a screwdriver or whatever you have, just to pop up the coil out of the valve cover. Now you want to be careful that you don't break it. Now once you push it up and it just starts to come out, you just pull it out just like that. Alright, so that is the ignition coil. So we're just waiting for the replacement to get here now, and then we'll put the new coil back in and we'll get this car out the door. So, alright, we'll wait for the new coil. Okay, here's our replacement. And it just pushes right down. And you'll make sure that this little tab right here lines up with the tab in the valve cover right here as well. It just pushes down inside, and you push it until you feel it snap in. Push your wire back on, lock it down, and that's it, you're all set. Let's just start this up. Alright, as you can see, no misfires. Now we'll put our cover back on. The way the cover goes back on is it just lines up on the top. These little tabs here, they just have to push in. Now we'll put those two screws in. Now remember, you're screwing into plastic. Okay. Now let's go in the car, let's check our scanner and see what's happening. I just want to make sure our test, we're going to clear our codes out of this and then we'll take it for a ride. Right? No diagnostic codes whatsoever now. So we're going to just do one more thing before we take this for a drive. We're going to go back into the data stream and we're going to make sure we have no misfires. I can feel it in the car. I know there's no misfires in it, but we're going to look anyway. And as you can see, there's no misfires. Everything looks good. All right, so we're going to keep this on the vehicle. We're going to take it for a test drive, and we're going to make sure it's okay. Okay, that's it. All right, then being that the TSB is in the computer saying about all these failures with the ignition coils, I'm pretty confident this vehicle is going to be back within a short period of time to have the other 3 coils replaced, which, as you remember, I mentioned to her. So we will, deal with it as it happens or if it happens. All right, let's take it for a spin. Let's make sure everything is okay. I'll let you watch that. It's a pretty crappy day out here today. That's what kind of day we're having here today. Alright, let's take a look and see what's going on here. As you can see, it seems like it's okay. Alright, we're going to take this for a ride down on the highway. We'll see what it's like, and then we'll get back to the shop. It's pretty miserable out there today, so we're going to get back in the shop, and then we'll talk when we get back there. Alright, but as you can see, no misfires, everything looks good. So, alright, we'll continue back at the shop. As always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.